fellas. Appreciate you, fellas. So now, man, listen. Everybody, again, man, go follow the Takeover Battle League YouTube page. Go follow the Takeover Battle League Twitter. Everybody follow each other. Everybody go follow Daylight. Everybody go follow the Young God Eunice. That's my gang. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to 3 Letterman as well, man. Listen, this Friday it starts with Creed. Saturday, the Apollo. Sunday, the Apollo. Daylight headlining day 2. Jazz and Hollow headlining day 1. Motherfuckers got Rex on Friday. Great. This is crazy, man. This is a crazy weekend.
From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's International Day of the NFL.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. To throw is Darnold. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And they'll run here with Jefferson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down at the 27.
Back to throw, Darnold. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back?
What the fuck, man?
That had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue. Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's to St. Brown, and he makes a great catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again.
Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And
Damn.
knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Martin, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Oh, my God.
And taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we?
Trying to get some turnovers.
They felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Finally, 3 and out.
49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were throwing pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they will hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's on me, baby. I know
Rice will go in motion left.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive.
Real.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
He'll buy some time right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be second
He got
down.
2 receptions.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Wow.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bail this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Here's Darnold.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Jefferson.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Room here to run. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
I get back there, touching him.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover the field.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
Right back.
B.J. Hill forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A gain of 3, second down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
There we go.
That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Stay holding.
Braden Smith. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Darnold. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
That air just come in and off. Like 1 minute it's on, then the next minute it just like go away.
Midfield at the 49-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time.
I mean, it's on now, but in a few minutes it's probably just gonna like cut off.
The unit cuts off.
Oh, that's by design?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, then it's working then, I guess. So why is it gonna be like that all the time?
What?
I said it just don't cut off and cut off.
It cuts on and cut off like that.
I don't remember that happening before.
Yeah. Oh.
Then that's basically just a fan. They're like in Orleans house, how it'll just circle around. That's what it's doing then.
Here's Darnold.
I thought it would just stay on like the whole time.
No. What that thing stay on the whole time?
Hey, get out of here, man. Get out.
And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They say.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
I called them or something.
Hey, bitch, come in.
Now it's Darnold.
Come on. Come on.
That shit done fucked me up, man.
Dang,
you gotta slam it down.
As the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody.
A little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now a run with Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll run with Montgomery. And
This is bullshit.
Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Damn, I caught the wrong play.
Once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
I said tight end, bro.
He'll drop to throw.
Good job, Jay.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried for the set by big Jalen Carter.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I smoke no really drink, but I be sipping. I'm up in the club.
And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All right, careful, man. That's
a lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Flushed out right. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A game there of 30 big ones. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly.
They really want the challenge was pat out of bounds.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
Let's go, Pacheco.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Oh, what a relief it was.
Picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I'm not sure how much more
God bless you, me.
Understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In motion left goes a tight end. Again, it's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 7 yards away.
That's some breathing.
Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the
I
ball
got
in
the
the
Georgia down in my heart.
Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Darnold. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice.
Damn.
9 yards on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Darnold to throw again. And he's going to be taken back around the 35-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their
top five.
This game, obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Well, apparently they're not satisfied with
even better.
Climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we've got halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 46.
Good ass punt.
This good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a
Fuck wrong with
47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the
Oh,
return.
man.
And the
Damn, we
Vikings will take
tripped.
over here, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced
Fall
the punt.
in
Now let's go downfield and
love.
score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Come on, that should have been a pick, bro.
Able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far. Did you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 46, here's second down at a yard.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Let me come around that mountain. Here she come.
They'll set up to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side.
And a strong
Hey,
run
Fitzpatrick.
there. Take this all the way down to the 35.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side.
I really think he's gonna run on me like that.
As he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll look to throw.
Addison hauls it in.
We gotta hold it to a field goal.
5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Touchdown.
I put the safety on him, bro.
Jordan Addison, 31 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And able to get
get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Ah! I knew it, bro. I knew it. Oh, my God, bro.
This one home. It's a touchdown. Now, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the
I knew it was going to be a pick thrown. Well, now that it fucked up. Now I'm going to go ape shit.
His own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be well too low for him.
Somebody cannot throw the ball on them.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Mahomes' throw there complete to Allen. And he stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3 and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 122 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. 2nd down and 3. Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as they'll take this up close to midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll get this out to Kamara. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara.
Damn, bro.
Play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And this one's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play.
All right, turn off,
They
man.
need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And he'll
God damn!
well short of the 1st down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
He got to throw a pick, man.
Wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Mother.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Come on, defense. Get a turnover.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold.
Come on, bro. Y'all don't want to get no turnovers, man.
Bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Santos' kick is up and through.
Unbelievable,
and
bro.
the ball game at 27 all. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And they will wrangle them down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also,
What the fuck, man?
He's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Mahomes going to throw.
Oh my fucking God. What in the hell? There ain't no rhythm with the offensive pass game, man.
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. It's taken to the 26. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
We're back now in KC. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 36. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back.
We gotta leave this shit as just field goals, bro.
This intensity,
We got to.
better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience.
Can't let them get no more touchdowns.
Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Good job, defense.
Going down 4th quarter. Yeah,
Good job, defense.
See consistently. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
That's straight. We just gotta run it, though.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. He's got space past the 25, and he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
This is ridiculous, man.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to get this one.
What's going on, bro?
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And at the 7-yard line.
What the fuck is you talking about?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget? forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses. So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it at a high level. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. St. Brown motioning left. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Common Ross St. Brown from a yard out. And the Chiefs put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. This is definitely been a back and forth.
Had to reward him, man. He the reason why.
In the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Defense gonna make a play.
Just inside the 30.
Defense gonna make a play. Defense gonna make a play.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be
good. Defense gonna make a play, though.
7.
Defense gonna make a play.
First down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold.
There we go. I said defense gonna make a play. We're not done.
Burying him behind the line.
Defense gonna make a play.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Darnold.
Told you. I told you defense was gonna make a play.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
I did right because that tight end was covered.
Season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents.
I had to go to my best player, man.
To make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now.
I can get that nigga from Commanders, man, on there. DJ Thompson. I need a big receiver to go on my slot.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defense has always talked about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Good job.
So it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Darnold. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I should have had I should have got one earlier, so it all balanced out.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now with a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Try and run with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Amon-Ra St. Brown finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on the way to another.
And now before we get to the extra.
Well, that's a touchdown. Don't play.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 goals. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss. And, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot.
They are on Mahomes, bro.
They're certainly not letting them
look at thinking that he's front. No, man.
All gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Fuck y'all was talking about. We're going to end with a bang.
7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not. They got his man complete.
See, y'all some bitches. Y'all still trying to score on a real nigga.
So
still trying to score on a real nigga.
In a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked
2 seconds left. I can't let them get that ratio up to 3-2, man.
They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And he's going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And
we almost lost that
next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
That nigga thinking that he fronting on man. Get the fuck off my... I'm the same man.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
I ain't get that nigga 100 yards, but I got him 3 touchdowns. I'll take that. That's all I needed. They shut us down in that passing game, though.